it's clear.
We'll just go through and make sure this is clear.
Okay, looks good to me.
All right.
Hey guys, Steve here at Top Guns. Today we have a special guest with us. We've got John from Smith & Wesson, and he's going to take a few minutes and help us out in understanding some of the features of the Smith & Wesson M&P series, the handguns, and just tell us a little bit about what makes these different from some of the other handguns on the market, sure. And in some cases maybe what's better about them.
Sure, well I'll just give you some unique features of the M&P and you can kind of decide from there. But with all the M&P pistols, whether it be the compact or the full size, we have an internal stainless steel frame. So it's kind of like the frame on your car. Everything's built around that for strength, and we're the only polymer pistol that does that. So inside here, from this pin back to this one, molded inside that frame is a stainless steel internal frame. So by itself, the polymer really strong, but then we just add one more element to make it more durable, less flex, better accuracy. On the rails here, we do a rockered rail, so it's rounded off right on the edge. So as this gets all gummed up, a lot of carbon buildup, it's going to continue to function. So you can see with our gun here, really solid, real tight fit, yet it still allows it to, as it gets grimy, dirty from shooting, continuous shooting, no problem, it continues to run. So as you can see on both these guns, this is our ambidextrous safety model. So you can get this striker-fired polymer gun with or without a manual safety. It's a great thing. I'm a lefty myself, so it's great for me. It's ambidextrous, just like a 1911 safety. A lot of guys coming out of 1911s, when we designed this gun, they wanted a 18-degree grip angle, just like their 1911. Other guys said, hey, I'm so used to hunting for that, for the thumb safety on my 1911. So that's two things we incorporated into this gun.
Sure.
We've got a huge beaver tail back here, so you can see my hand resting on that. It almost acts as a lever, so there's less muzzle flip, better control of the gun. That grip angle brings the bore axis down, so when you hold this straight out, the bore is closer to the length, to the plane of your arm. Just less recoil, better control. In Indiana, you guys I'm from Michigan, but you even have cold weather down here sometimes, and with gloved hands, this big beaver tail really protects it from your gloves, or if you've got, meatier hands, it's no problem. Smaller hands, no problem too. You can choke up real high on the gun and still have good control. And then we've got the interchangeable back straps too, so it comes with 3 different sizes of interchangeable back straps. We figure about 95% of the hands out there are going to fit this. So,
for some of our viewers that maybe even get into a little more detail, maybe with the slide, I know you'd mentioned that you guys do a little extra, go the extra mile on some of the slide work and material and workmanship.
Sure, yeah, this is all through hardened. So all of the machine parts on our gun are through hardened, as well as the barrel. Everybody else surface hardens, which is great. I mean, that's what you need to do to get the molecules of this metal aligned and for their best strength. But we go one step further and through harden all the metal.
Okay.
We also machine engrave all of the markings, or all the markings on the slide. So instead of roll stamping, I kind of compare roll stamping to almost like a steamroller that's rolled over your machine or your metal part.
Okay.
Never good. If you've got a tattoo and you have a steamroller put that tattoo on your arm, it's going to break your arm, right? It puts more stress on it than you would want. With this, we actually come in and machine engrave everything, so it's less stress on the metal.
Great.
Again, it takes longer, it's a more expensive process, but it's just a better part in the end.
Now you mentioned through harden a moment ago, and for those of us who aren't fully familiar with what that means, that makes the metal stronger, I presume? Right.
Okay. So after we machine it, you've stressed the metal, as you come in and make all these different cuts. We then put it, hardening is basically like putting it in an oven.
Okay.
And so that just condenses all the molecules and makes them stronger.
Great.
So.
Is there anything else we need to know about safety features or internal safeties?
Yeah.
I
mean,
noticed you guys do put on metal sights from the factory. That's kind of a nice feature.
Sure. Metal sights from the factory. We've got a Picatinny rail, so it's not proprietary. Anything that would fit on your AR-15 Picatinny rail is going to fit on our rail. Laser, flashlight. As you're mentioning the safety features, we've got a smooth trigger, which I love. So if you've never shot a semi-automatic pistol, let's say you've had an air gun or a .22 or a hunting rifle, you're used to that smooth trigger, which is great. We've got a built-in take-up here, so it's an articulated trigger. As you bring this in, you can see that little blade on the back there. It gets taken up and allows the trigger to engage. If I grab the top half, it's not going to go off.
Sure.
This gun, the safety filter is built into it. Unless that trigger is pulled and that little blade is brought in, this gun can't go off. So if you throw it on the ground, throw it up against a wall, obviously if it's holstered and that trigger is covered, the gun can't go off.
Okay.
So, and then we've added, which is an option, one more additional, safety.
Sure. And so for people that don't like manual safeties, what you're saying is you can actually get this gun without the safety at all.
Correct. Okay. Or even if you had one with the safety, and you decided it just wasn't for you, you can remove it too after the fact.
Okay, and actually we have Glock, we have
That's
Smith
a four-letter word. Watch it.
We have Smith & Wesson armors on staff that are capable of doing that here, that have gone through the course.
Sure. Yeah, you guys, you've had a real big class here, so all of your guys are trained up. So
great. Well, there you have it. Hopefully this helps out a lot of you out there that are just had some questions about Smith & Wessons and the M&P series. They obviously are putting out a nice weapon, and we like them. Hopefully you'll check them out close to home wherever you're at. Check out one of your gun stores and look at the M&P series.
We actually just got the LA Police, LAPD contract too, so it's one of the biggest in the country. We just got.
Oh wow! So that's big. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. Be sure and comment down below. Let us know what you think. Take care.
Thanks.